Boy, talk about a good campaign. This has been something that's been going on since 2007. It's the Maricopa County Hydration Campaign. You know, we always jokingly talk about the heat in the desert, and the thing that brings up is there's a lot of people that don't stay hydrated. Well, it's not due to the lack of efforts of these next two gentlemen. Please help me welcome Mr. Dave Richins and Forrest Smith. Welcome, gentlemen. Good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Tell us about the hydration campaign and what your goals are, what your history of this has been. And I know every year it probably gets bigger and better. I don't know who wants to go first. Tell us how it all started.
Dave, please.
Yeah, sure. It started 15 years ago with a small effort to make sure that there's some available water bottles to take care of some of our homeless folks, and it's grown quite a bit since then. It's the 15th anniversary, I guess, of the campaign, and it has grown each year just as the need continues to grow. So we're cognizant that there's a lot of folks that, for some reason or another, don't recognize the importance of water in the Arizona desert.
You know, I should have mentioned that Dave, you are the CEO of the United Food Bank, and Forrest is with the Mesa Fire Department. So, boy, you guys are right in the thick of this. You see this on a regular daily basis, the need for water.
Yeah, I tell you what, and this is what's great about the support of the United Food Bank, and Dave has been a huge proponent of this, for years now. And last year we saw 320 Maricopa County residents die as a result of heat-related incidents, and thousands of others who were taken to emergency rooms. And like Dave said, there are a great number of people who may lack the information with regards to the importance of water, but there's also a great number of people who just don't have access to water or the knowledge to realize that the importance of water. So we've got individuals who are in our vulnerable populations who are homeless and unsheltered, who of course the United Food Bank is helping us support. We've got a volunteer corps who's out on a regular basis handing out water, as well as our parks and recs. So the donations that come in allow us to reach out to these vulnerable populations, actually give them water, give education, and then of course to some of those individuals who are the working poor, who may who may not have the information, where we want to educate them about pulling away from sugary drinks and advising them and giving them the information where they could realize that our tap water, Mesa water, is good to drink and safe to drink. But of course, we also know that by having access to bottled water, we could reach those who don't have access to a regular water supply.
That's great. And I know the old saying, you know, if you wait until you're thirsty, you've waited too long. You should definitely hydrate through the course of the day. Forrest, over your left shoulder there, I see how many ounces of water it says that somebody should drink in a day. There you go. I know that you really have to make an effort. Sometimes it seems like a lot, but boy, you got to stay healthy.
I do, and I noticed everybody, the mayor, I think I saw Dave, I think that cup there has water in it, right, Mark? So
yes.
Right. And so just by walking around, right, yeah, we all carry around different hydro flasks and ways to carry water, and that's one of the pushes I wanted to make too, and challenge to some of our guests and to others watching is if you know kids out there, get them a flask, get them something they can carry water around in. Many of us are attaching stickers. That's what my girls have gotten us doing. It's hard to show here, but stickers on water bottles are a way just to encourage creativity and encourage people walking around with water. So those of us who have access to regular water supply should just carry water around, because as you said, we don't know, we're walking around dehydrated anyway. And those impacts of not having access to water, what that could do just for a child not drinking water could lead to them not performing as they normally could cognitively in school and just in their day-to-day. So the impact of water and the fact that we are 70% water, our brains make up over 80% of water, we really do rely on it. So that just goes to show the impact it could have on us physiologically as well as mentally.
Starting to see some of my problems. My brain is dehydrated and has been since the mid-'60s. Dave, talk to us about the goal. How many bottles of water do you guys go through, and what's the 2021 goal?
Sure. So we're aiming for 400,000 bottles of water. And to get there, we couldn't do it without our partners like the Mesa Chamber. Sally and the Mesa Chamber are huge proponents. They issued the 1 Ton Water Challenge, which is to go down to a store of your choice and buy a pallet of water. A pallet of water is about $150 to $200. We can arrange for shipment. We can go pick it up, or they oftentimes will ship it here. We've had companies donate entire truckloads of water, which is 10 to 12 to 16 pallets of water. So, partners like the Mesa Chamber really help promote us so we can get to that 400,000 bottle total.
That's amazing. Sally, I know in the past years I've seen you running around in the hot months getting cases of water.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you've picked up from this?
Well, obviously it's important, but it's also easy, right? I mean, you're at the store anyway, why not pick up some cases? We know that last year we had a difficult time just purchasing, and some of our larger donors couldn't donate because they didn't have the product to donate because of the pandemic. So it's a different year, and I think we have a great opportunity to meet and hopefully exceed this year's goal. Walmart has always been good to us. They weren't able to donate last year because of the pandemic, but they've already donated a semi-load, which equated to, I believe, over 36,000 bottles.
Wow.
So we had a good start to this year's campaign. I know Niagara's stepping up with another semi-load this year. So, yeah, it's important.
That's a cool thing to do. If you're a small business or a business of any size, issue a challenge to your employees. Say, hey, if everybody does, 24 bottles of water, look how that exponentially grows, and
Right.
we hit 400,000. And when we get to 400,000, the cool thing about water, it's got a pretty good shelf life.
Right.
We can collect more than we need. That would be a great position to be in. And water's not just a summertime thing. We can use it year round. So
Yeah, we will get it out very quickly too. It comes in our warehouse. It does not stay here for very long. Mayor Giles at our kickoff event said best, when you're out of the grocery store and you're buying a case of water for yourself, buy an extra case, and on your way home, drop it by a Mesa Fire Station. That's one of our receiving locations. There's 20 throughout the whole city, but everybody has a fire station near their home. So when you're out shopping at Walmart or Fry's or any of the grocery stores in Mesa, pick up that extra case and just drop it by any fire station, and they'll get it to us, or they'll keep it there and distribute it according to need.
that's awesome. And one of the benefits of that, not only are you doing something great for your community, you might bump into Forrest. You never know where he's going to be. I mean, look at that guy. He's a rock star. So you can
It's
pop
always
in.
a win to run into Forrest.
I'm so sorry for that.
No, that's awesome. And like you said, relatively, water's cheap. It's easy to maintain. It's not going to be tough to pick up in the store. Drop it off at a fire station. Gentlemen, one last plea. Give us a reason why we need to help each other out during this water drive.
Well, I'll go ahead and start if you don't mind, Dave. Really, it truly saves lives. I think this thing now that we know that there are blood drives. We know what blood drives do. They certainly save lives. But if you want to also have an immediate impact on our community, it also, by giving access to water to those who are vulnerable, really does help decrease our call volumes for service, because as I mentioned earlier, the number of those who are affected by the temperatures and lack of access to water truly could change some of the outcomes on many of the calls we go on. So outside of blood drives, this is another important way to donate and to give blood, give water.
Sounds good. Sally, anything you'd like to add?
Well, I'm looking at possible donors, right? We've got schools. What better, way to have parents dropping their students and a case of water off?
That's
It'd be
awesome.
great if we could get that to happen. Yeah.
Plus, what a great habit to get your, as we mentioned earlier, it's all the commercials for sugary drinks. It's very easy as a kid to just grab something. So get your kids to realize at an early age the importance of staying hydrated with water.
Yeah.
And then when they get to college, they do water with a mixture of barley and oats and things like that. But that's a whole another story. But thank you, gentlemen, for all you do. Let's stay hydrated. Let's stay safe out there. And Forrest, Dave, thanks for taking time out of your busy day to be here with Mesa Morning Live.
Thank you, Mark.